That's interesting because a lot of people just don't think about it. I do think about it. Let's use Bob Seger. So we're going up there, and a lot of times when we start playing, people are still coming in the arena, and it's a good chance they're going to miss the announcer saying your name. So there's your name said once, and a lot of people might miss it. And you're playing, and they don't know who you are. So from saying it wise, I make sure to say it at least a couple, three times while I'm up there and remind them. I'll play a few songs and then say, "Hey, I'm Frankie Ballard," and I'll introduce the band or something, and then say my name again. And then at the end, I'll say, "I'm Frankie." So I've said it three or four times. Uh, Now, the other strategic thing, I've got picks with my name on them, and I throw those out. Um, I have a a Mesa Boogie cabinet because I'm an electric guitar player in the band. So I've put my logo on the grill cloths. I've had them screen printed on the grill cloths, and then all the case tops that typically get taken off the amps and then hauled off the stage, we put those on stage so that they say Frankie Ballard on them. And you got to be careful because they won't sometimes let you just fly a banner behind the stage. So you got to do those little things and be creative sometimes to make sure they remember who you are. It's so hard for me to say. I don't know if I don't have one. I certainly never think about that, and I don't have a plan B at all. I'd probably be playing in a bar. Uh, the only thing I've ever really wanted to do outside of music was play baseball and be a fighter pilot. But those were more childhood dreams. I just don't, I really can't see myself doing anything else. So it's hard for me to answer that question. Big Detroit sports fan, and they make it hard sometimes, but I'm sticking with them. Even though I live in Nashville now, and I could easily switch to some of those teams, I'm going to stick with Detroit. Strangely enough, most people don't understand this, but physical things, physical labor, messing around in the yard, getting a chainsaw out and cutting down trees, um, but hard physical labor actually feels like a vacation to me. Um, and I haven't met many other people like that. I think Ronald Reagan was like that, but I can't just sit around on the couch and just punch out. Um, I need to be doing something. January 7th, I got to do it for the first time, and unbelievably, they were doing it at the Ryman Auditorium. Uh, it was just a huge career highlight, a night I'll never forget. My parents came down, some other friends came down. Always a childhood dream. I think it's cliche, but it's every country singer's dream to play on the Grand Ole Opry. And I wasn't expecting it. I'd see the advertisements for the Opry and stuff around town, and for some reason in my mind, I thought it was still a ways off before I was going to get invited to play. And my publicist called me and said, "Hey, they want you to," and it really caught me off guard. But it was unbelievable. It was an incredible night. I was nervous. I was very nervous. The weight of the singers that had gone past and graced that stage, felt like they were all sitting on my shoulders before we went on. But everybody in the crew and the band and the crowd was really warm and receptive and knew it was my first time, and so they treated me good. It was awesome. I did the tour. I did when I first moved to town. Me and my dad actually bought a ticket and did the tour just as fans. Well, it's you're constantly adjusting, making adjustments to the lifestyle, and you realize what works and what doesn't work, and what hurts you and what doesn't hurt you, and you just have to be flexible. And I'm being out on the road and going on radio tours, and the name of the game is being flexible. And you can go into any situation thinking that you got it figured out, and this is how things are going to go, and we're going to start at this time, and we're going to play this long, and we're going to do these songs. And more times than not, that kind of stuff doesn't happen. I love to work hard. I've never been afraid of somebody pushing me and challenging me, and so I love it. I love being out here, and just got to stay flexible.